I know it is still way too early, but let's give my prediction for the 2025 college football playoffs. And just for your guys' information, I am doing this playoff bracket prediction before I have done much research on these teams. I haven't really looked at the schedule, but I kind of have a feeling of where these teams are heading. So let's get into this bracket and give my way too early prediction for the playoffs next season. Now let's just go through the first round of the playoffs. I have the 8 seed Georgia playing the 9 seed Notre Dame. I like Georgia to win that matchup. And then I have Ohio State being the 5 seed, having a great season again. I think they will play the 12 seed Memphis. I like this Memphis team. They've constantly won double-digit games over the last 5 years. Boise State is losing Ashton Jeanty, and UNLV is losing their head coach and Barry Odom. I like Memphis to be the best team in the group of 5, but they will not be able to match up with Ohio State. Ohio State wins that game easily. Now we move on to the right side of the bracket. I have a very interesting game. The 7 seed Florida playing the 10 seed Illinois. These are two teams that I think will have very good seasons and take steps forward, but I like Illinois to upset Florida on the road. Illinois returns basically everybody from last season, and I think the Big Ten is going to be slightly better than the SEC. Give me Illinois to beat Florida. I also have Oregon playing the 11 seed Louisville. I think Louisville is going to be the second ACC team in the playoffs. Louisville is a team that has been really solid under Jeff Brom, but I like this team heading into next season with quarterback Miller Moss. And I think the SEC is going to beat itself up, so they're only going to get 3 teams in there again. Let's move on to the second round of the playoffs. I think Texas will beat Georgia. I think Texas is going to take another step forward next season. I think Ohio State will beat BYU. I think BYU is going to win the Big 12 and have a great season with Jake Retzlaff back. But Ohio State is the way more talented team. On the right side of the bracket, Penn State is going to be a very good team next year. I think they win the Big 10, and I think they beat Illinois in the quarterfinals. I also have Clemson winning the ACC. I think they go back to back. They have too much talent returning, but Oregon should be able to beat them. And on the left side of the bracket, we have Texas versus Ohio State in the semifinals. I think it's Texas's year next year. Texas has lost in the semifinals 2 years in a row. I think they beat Ohio State next season, though. And on the right side of the bracket, I think Oregon beats Penn State the second time they play. I don't see Penn State beating Oregon twice. I had Penn State beating Oregon in the regular season as of now. But for the national championship game, I think Texas will have too much of a talented roster and a roster that is together. I like Texas to win the 2026 national championship. As of now, I think it's going to be their year with Arch Manning at the helm at quarterback. But there you have it. This is my way too early playoff prediction for next season. You guys leave your predictions down in the comments below.